In a controversial report issued by the Maryland State Department of Juvenile Services titled Putting Youth Crime in Maryland in Context, a study of youth crime trends over the past 10 years, it concluded that crimes committed by young people is part of a roughly decade-long overall decline. Cary, welcome back to the program. One should be happy that youth crime has declined, but the Department of Juvenile Services is being accused of cherry-picking the results by downplaying increased crimes related to handguns and carjackings while emphasizing that other crimes like robberies had decreased. What do you make of this report?
Well, from a substantive standpoint, the report was lacking. I mean, that's all I can say about it. It did talk about youth crimes, but then it kind of compartmentalized it. You know, robberies, carjacking, homicides. It said generally crime has gone down. However, you know, the real crimes like carjackings up 77%, homicides are up like 270%. I don't see the benefit of the document. Furthermore, it talked about knowing who the victims are, but not who the perpetrators are, because they don't keep track of that. The end result, the final conclusion is the same conclusion that everyone's had for years and years and years. We're deficient in our ability to create opportunities for our residents in this county and our state. You know, youth recreation facilities, vocational training, education, jobs. I mean, how many times on this show have we said this council is not focusing on the job outlook? You know, you want to reduce crime? You got to create a better quality of life for people. You got to educate these young people and give them opportunities.
Well, I want to go to Laurie. Laurie, because what Cary has brought up brings up a wonderful statistic out of the report, and it says that much of the increases in juvenile crime has occurred among people of color, and seemed to increase dramatically during the pandemic shutdown. But is the state doing enough to reach potential young offenders before they engage in criminal behavior? 9 out of 10 people incarcerated in Maryland are there for crimes they committed before the age of 18. So what are we doing to address the root causes that leads these people to crime?
Yeah, I also thought an alarming statistic was that Maryland is 1 out of 4 states with 6% or more youth incarcerated since they were, in childhood. So that is very concerning that we really are at the bottom of all the states. And the state is doing a little, but the focus is on those who are already committing crimes. We need to really go after, get kids before they commit their first crime. That's what we need to do. They have a Safe Summer program and a Thrive Academy program. Those are some small things that can probably help some, but we really need to reach out to children before they commit crimes. We could do year-round school in Baltimore, since Baltimore is one of the worst by far of all of the areas in the state. Baltimore has the worst crime statistics for youth. Plus, there's so many youth getting killed in Baltimore. It's a crisis, and we really should be trying to keep our kids in a safe place. And one of those safest places would be in our schools. So year-round school would be a good option. More parental programs and activities for parents and families would be good. With flexible schedules, because we know that families are busy and parents work at all hours. A program that I participated in when I was younger was called Safety Town in North Canton, Ohio. My dad was in the JCs. It was a community program that the JCs organized where kindergartners and first graders were taught about safety rules, about pedestrian safety. They met policemen and firemen and got to see the fire engines.
It's a different day, Laurie.
I know, but that taught them at such a young age not to talk to strangers.
It's a different world today.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
but it's a program I think that should be reinstated.
Just barely scratches the surface of what needs to be done. Cary, I'll give you the last word on this.
I mean, there's not much more to say. The reality is we are not doing enough to help families. You know, whether your kids, young, old, doesn't really matter. If we're not creating the opportunities for these people, you're
Well,
leaving them on their own. The council members are still going to get
I
their
think
$140,000.
there has to be an effort, and I hope Governor Moore does more than just, talk. He actually put some programs in place to address this serious issue because it affects us all.